Are you ready to know what you don't know about social media? Well, then you're in the right place. This is the Seb Rust Show on Social Buzz on Air. Social Media Radio. Bringing you tips, tricks, tools, and extreme value. Broadcasting from our studio in Miami. And now, here's your host, Sebastian Rusk.
Hey, what's happening, friends? Welcome to the Seb Rusk Show. You guessed it, I'm Seb Rusk. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome. If you're a returning listener, I sure do appreciate you taking some time again to hang out with me. This episode is a keynote I delivered for a client of SocialBuzzTV.com, U.S. Health Advisors, their Miami division. We've been doing a ton of work with. And I got a little personal in this episode. I wanted to share a little bit of my journey and to hopefully shift mindsets and encourage some of the reps to really start to see some light at the end of the tunnel, even though it may just be the beginning. I've titled it Consistency and Hard Work because both of those are two major ingredients to the recipe for success. I hope you enjoy listening to it as much as I enjoyed giving it. Here we go.
So that's an MC's main job, is creating time or killing time. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Good morning. Lots of fresh faces here, lots of familiar faces here. Everybody's smiling and fired up. You know, that's probably one reason for that is because you're in the right place at the right time. Today I want to talk to you about two things that happened over conversation this week. One of those being the topic of consistency. Is anybody a fan of consistency, or at least attempting to be consistent? I mean, the first thing that comes to mind when I think about consistency is LeBron James. And I don't care who your team is or if you hate sports. He's probably, we are witnessing or in the midst of, hands down, the greatest basketball player to ever walk the face of the earth is alive and well in our time. And there's a reason for that, because his discipline and his consistency is second to none. Let's talk about a couple things that happen when we're consistent. When we're consistently in VanillaSoft, when we're consistently in BNI, when we're consistently networking and looking for opportunities, what happens? Results. Opportunities show up, but it takes consistency. You don't network sometimes. Oh, I kind of involved. You're not kinda involved with BNI. You're all in. Networking isn't a sometimes thing. It's an all the time thing. You're not kinda pregnant. The other thing is, I had a conversation about things that are tough. And somebody tell me this is really hard. My response was, compared to what? Everything's hard. Everything takes hard work. If you don't want to work hard, there's plenty of opportunities out there for you just to hang. Get a paycheck, go the fuck home. But I don't know about you. We're just passing through this thing once. We got one opportunity. And I do what I do for one thing. That's a legacy. Standing room only at my funeral. For my daughter to pull up my YouTube channel in 20 years and say, that was your, 20 years, dear God, this is your grandfather. You guys all have the same opportunity to be able to do the same exact thing with creating your personal brand and creating content. That is the sole reason that I even work with U.S. Health Advisors, is so that I have the ability to take you from nothing to something regarding a brand and content and what we're doing. Who's the winner this week?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay. Well, Raquel was the winner last week. We just filmed her.
Who here has won the video of the week? The first one.
Raquel, we just filmed yesterday. She did a great
Raquel?
job. She's a natural.
Wilson. Did you do Wilson yet?
No, not yet. Where's Wilson?
Okay, I'm not giving his away to somebody else. Ben Fishman.
Ben Fishman, yeah. If he ever gets back from the Super Bowl.
And then Ricky. Have you done Ricky yet?
I haven't had one.
Okay. You weren't here the week I gave it to you. So Ricky won 1 week. And then we're going to work with it. What I'm doing is I'm buying a video for you to create content and post on social media. I'm paying for it. All you got to do is let the master just mold you and make an amazing video that you can post all over social media. So every week I'm awarding somebody who's had a great week. You're going to get a free video out of it.
And until you win, and until you can afford to hire me, or whatever your situation is, I just want everybody to know that I can almost guarantee you that the phone that you're holding in your hand right now has a camera. And I can almost guarantee that you know how to use that camera. So all you've got to do is take your phone out and, like my good friend Brian Fanzo says, press the damn button. That's all you got to do. Now, once we start doing these things, I turn you into a monster because you just can't stop. Like the ideas, Eric wants to lose the suit, wants to go out on the beach, maybe a little morning workout. I'm like, done. I love sunrises. I'll see you Wednesday at 7 a.m. Ron put his running clothes on. We mix things up. We come up with creative ideas of what we're doing. The bonus videos, we're not getting crazy and creative and doing all that fun stuff. We're just creating a video business card for you that will have your branding. So I've had a lot of you come to me with crazy, awesome ideas, and I love the enthusiasm. But this is a free video, so we have to treat it as such. It's just it's a bonus that you're receiving, and it wets your palate a little bit as to what's possible with creating videos for your own brand. Okay, so if you've been thinking about videos or you're scared to be on video, you need to work right through that step right outside your comfort zone. Because whatever reel is playing in your head, it's a bullshit story that you made up, and you're attempting to roll others into that story that you look like shit on camera and your videos are going to be terrible. That's a lie. Andy Warhol said it best. Just keep creating art. Don't worry about what you think the art is, because it's not your decision anyway. It's in the eye of the beholder. 9 times out of 10, our story is completely false, incorrect, and not in line with the people that are consuming our content. Show of hands in here. Who shot videos with me? Who has had traction from those videos? I'm not talking about I did a video and this happened, but I saw your video. I mean, there's really cool things that happen. Like, give us an example, Christian.
I mean, people in everyday life, you know, I have another job too. There are people I don't even know, like, oh, dude, I love your videos, superhero, and they kind of like joke about it, but.
Right, and what does that leave him with that individual? Well, that's a superhero health coverage dude. Ah, that's that guy. Yeah, call that guy. Airbag light went out in my sister's car this week. It wouldn't go off. I took it over to the dealership. They took out a sledgehammer and just attempted to whack us over the head before I grabbed it with $1,800 for a brand new airbag. So I kindly said, I'll be right back. And I went to the BNI Miami-Dade, Power BNI Miami-Dade directory. I couldn't remember what the dude's name was, but I knew it was a big, bald Jamaican dude. And his chapter met on Friday. So I went to the BNI Miami directory. I pulled up the meetings that meet on Friday. It was BNI, I don't know what it was, but they meet at the Dadeland Marriott. I scrolled down the list. Automotive repair, Jeffrey Brisbane. Right. Picked up the phone. He picked up in one ring. Jeffrey, it's Sebastian Russ with Social Buzz TV. Hey, man, how you been? So good to hear from you. I said, looks like I got a little situation on my hands. Airbag light went on. They want to charge us $14 million for a new one. Oh, they always want to sell you, man. I got you. This is BNI, baby. I got you. My sister called 5 minutes later and texted me, he, period, is, period, a, period, dream. So the power of BNI, of what's happening here, and the power of being top of mind. I know that for a fact. I got to go all the way out to Kendall. We got to pack a lunch. Oh, well. Got to make our way, the journey out to Kendall, but to be able to reap the reward of having honest, transparent people say, hey, we just reset the sensor and we're good to go since you're Sebastian's sister.
You were square. Commercial this morning. Your 40-second commercial.
I was. Okay, another example. So I'm raving about Jeffrey right now, and Jeffrey was raving about me. The power of BNI, the power of networking. The power of commitment and consistency. I was thinking about how many BNI meetings I've missed since I rejoined again. Been in 2 chapters so far, and then they hired me for 2 years. So I've had an interesting BNI journey. But I don't think I've missed maybe one in a year. I have like perfect attendance. Things are getting crazier now, so I'm gonna miss some more. But I'm still strategically identifying people that are a fit for the chapter to be able to visit. So it's not just the same guy that always fills in with you. All that stuff's changing. Strategically find somebody who's a fit for the chapter that can join the chapter. Because more people, more referrals, more business. We only exchange $1.5 million between 35 individuals in our chapter. Only. So if you've been thinking about a BNI chapter and you're not in one yet or whatever, I mean, that's like status quo, like join U.S. Health Advisors, background check, BNI chapter. Start studying for the test, get licensed, right? Like that's just it. Every opportunity possible for you to be able to shake hands, kiss babies, and tell people about what you do by helping people every day, by providing a health coverage solution that they don't know about. I don't sell this product, but I do indirectly. And it's real simple. You cannot get health insurance right now. I mean, you can, but life has to get crazy, or you can get short-term, or you can go get a job. Yay, a job, which stands for just over broke, if you didn't know that. There's no way to get this product. You guys provide. There's nothing better than selling something that nobody else can sell. Your only competition is your peers, and they're not even competition because there's how many millions of people in the United States without health coverage, and we're in the midst of the crisis here. So get fired up that you're not in here. I talked to a recruiter earlier this morning that said, I've done this with life insurance for financial advisors. I was like, oh, it sounds stuffy and boring. That's not what I'm calling to talk to you about. I'm calling to talk to you about presenting this opportunity at U.S. Health Advisors with the masses so that we can take Ron's team in Miami and quadruple it by 2020. That's the goal, to quadruple it. We got enough leads. There's enough people out there. The more we grow, the more the team grows, the more everybody continues to thrive here. But it's about consistency. So make a commitment and evaluate real quick. Get real honest with yourself about where your consistency's at. Do you dodge accountability? Or are you all for it? I'm all for it. I've got a client and a friend of mine that rips me daily and takes pride in it. I cry in his office more times than I laugh and joke around. But I want people in my life to tell me the truth. You don't need to pee on my back and tell me it's raining. That doesn't do anything for anybody. Nothing at all. But it's February already. You all right?
No, he's my guy.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm just making sure it wasn't wrong. Like, you're right in front of me, so you're getting like superpowers.
Not
Everything's hard work. Everything. I had to put together 2 bed frames last Friday. I'd rather punch a baby. No, I wanted to punch a baby, rather. Like a real baby, like right dead in the mouth. Just kidding, Facebook.
You say the things that other people think.
I filter, but everything's hard. I spent 4 hours. Luckily, it was Friday afternoon, had a few beers watching ESPN. It wasn't as bad until you had to carry them upstairs by yourself. Everything's hard. Washing your car's hard if you make it, but make it fun. This is what I do is fun. I just had a conversation with Jess on the way over here, and I said, I like going out for lunch. You ever go out to lunch and hear what people talk about at lunch? They bitch and complain and moan and you hear what's her name and this, and I can't believe this one. This is going to be the way. I'm not going to be in that department anymore. I'm thinking, just quit. Just quit. Tell your boss, I'm good. Have a nice day. I'm out. You can make just as much money doing what you love versus doing what you hate. And Jess said, I love my life. You know why, Sebastian? Because I've created this life. You want a lifestyle, you got to have a lifestyle business. You create your life around your business. This isn't work. This is an opportunity to take your life, your family, and those you care about to the next level. It's a 5-year deal with consistency. Those to the grindstone. 5-year deal here, folks. How many jobs can you join realizing 5 years there's a light at the end of the tunnel and I'm going to have the freedom, flexibility to do whatever I'd like to do? I've had more jobs than I care to even discuss. I'm a terrible employee. I haven't had a job in 16 years. I'm unemployable. I show up late. I'm insubordinate. I rip up write-up slips. I'm just terrible. Thank God that's the case. I've tried to get a job before. Mom's like, this is a horrible idea, Sebastian. A day later. But my consistency is what brought me back. It's what brought me here 9 years later. Next month, we'll celebrate 9 years of Social Buzz TV, of a roller coaster of a ride. I wanted to quit more times than I wanted to keep on going. I lost hope in what I was doing. I lost belief in myself. I met a girl with heartbreak. Yeah, went to a personal development course. I went through it to realize, Sebastian, the only way out is through. And it was painful. And it was gnarly. Bless you. And there were times that I thought this would never end. And I'm a strong man of faith, but I question my faith. God doesn't care about me. Where's he at? I can't even figure this out. The more hard I work, and then I realized it was just a mindset shift. And it was a belief system too. I started to believe in myself. I started to love myself. I started to believe in myself. And I stepped into my power and said, I've got something that not everybody has. And I am negligent and selfish not to share it with the world. I think probably 2 weeks later, I called Ron. It was late last year. I took a hiatus for 2 years. Went to a personal development course in 2016 and just coasted. And said, it's going to take as long as it's going to take. And a lot of those days were me and my pools on Tuesday by noon. Not doing it, not fighting it. That wasn't big. That was self-care. That was saying, I'm going to take whatever time it takes and I'm going to figure it out. I lived on a line of credit for 12 months. But I did whatever it took to make sure that I was prepared to be who I need to be for this brand and this opportunity that I've been blessed with Social Buzz TV, to have a platform to impact lives like you guys. You got to be the person you need to be, otherwise you're just going to fuck it all up when you get there. Does that resonate with everybody? Is everybody warm and fuzzy? You should. The goal is to shift your mindset, get inside your head a little bit, but also make a connection with you. So you go, yeah, I see that. Whatever I'm sure someone has everyone picked up at least something they can relate to? where you're like, yeah, I can relate to that. I think we've all experienced one common denominator. We've all been through some shitty times before. We've all got a story, but that story is what brought us to where we're at right now. It's what strengthens us. It's going to take us to the next level. So let's think about consistency this weekend. And let's not identify anything as hard work. Let's just write it off the fact that everything is hard. Nothing is easy. Because if it was easy, what? Everybody'd be doing it. Absolutely. Anybody have any questions?
Thank you, brother.
Hey friends, Sebastian again. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode. I sure do hope you're leaving with at least 2 things that you didn't know when you tuned in to this episode. If you liked it, please do share it with the friends and people that you share podcasts with. And if you haven't done so already, make your way over to the iTunes store or wherever you consume podcasts. Be sure to subscribe to the show. And if you feel so inclined, and I'll really appreciate it, leave me a review. I'm Sebastian Rusk, signing off from our studio here in beautiful downtown Miami. We'll talk to you next time.